Welcome. This video is brought to you by the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services, Division of Public Health, Community and Clinical Connections for Prevention and Health Branch. Today, we'll explore the North Carolina Farm to Early Care and Education Connections Map. This tool helps childcare providers connect with local farms and food sources. You'll learn how the map can help bring fresh local food to your program, support garden-based learning, and grow farm-to-preschool efforts across the state. We'll also show you how to use the map in your daily work to encourage healthy eating and hands-on learning for young children. The North Carolina Farm to ECE Connections Map was created in partnership with the NC Farm to Preschool Network, the North Carolina Child and Adult Care Food Program, CACFP, and the Community and Clinical Connections for Prevention and Health Branch. Before we dive in, let's take a look at what Farm to ECE means. Farm to ECE, or Farm to Early Care and Education, is a program that connects childcare centers with local farmers to provide fresh, healthy food for young children. Farm to ECE has several important parts: local food purchasing, garden-based learning, nutrition education, community partnerships, and family engagement. Local food purchasing incorporates fresh, locally grown foods like fruits, vegetables, and dairy into meals, snacks, and taste tests into their programs. Garden-based learning gives children hands-on experiences with gardening to learn about plants, soil, and nutrition while growing their own food. Many have their own gardens, allowing them to teach children about the process of growing foods from seeds to edible produce. Nutrition education teaches kids about healthy eating, where food comes from, and the benefits of nutritious choices through fun and interactive lessons. Community partnerships connect childcare programs with local farmers, families, and community organizations to support local food systems and promote collaboration. Family engagement encourages families to participate in activities like gardening, cooking classes, or accessing local food resources, like produce boxes, to promote healthy habits at home. By connecting childcare programs with local food systems, Farm to ECE helps improve child nutrition, supports local farmers, and builds stronger communities. To learn more about Farm to ECE, visit the What is Farm to ECE tab on the MAP's webpage. Farm to ECE doesn't have to be an added task. It can be woven into your daily lesson plans and activities. Here are some examples. For science and nature exploration, you can discuss plant life cycles and grow herb, lettuce, or radishes in a small garden or indoor containers. Children can observe, document, and discuss how seeds sprout and grow. You can have a bug hunt. Explore the garden for pollinators like bees and butterflies or beneficial insects like worms, connecting to lessons about ecosystems. Try playing the sink or float game. Use different fruits and vegetables to teach kids about density and predictions through hands-on experiments. For math and counting, use rulers to track plant growth over time and compare sizes. Have children count seeds or apples. Sort vegetables by color, or weigh fruits and vegetables using a simple scale. The children can create patterns with different colored beans, fruits, or vegetables. For language and literacy, have story time with a food theme. Read books like The Very Hungry Caterpillar or Growing Vegetable Soup and discuss the foods mentioned. Teach sequencing with recipes. Follow simple recipes like making fruit salad or veggie wraps to teach sequencing and comprehension. Try garden journals. Encourage children to draw or write about what they see in the garden, reinforcing early writing skills. For sensory and art activities, do a taste test. Try different varieties of apples, tomatoes, or leafy greens and describe their flavors, textures, and colors. Try herb exploration. Crush herbs like mint or basil and let kids smell, touch, and talk about how they're used in food. For social-emotional development, cooking together and preparing simple snacks like a yogurt and berry parfait fosters teamwork and responsibility. Have rotating garden jobs. Assign tasks like watering plants or harvesting veggies to build confidence and a sense of ownership. Farm visits and farmer-led educational events give children the chance to connect with local farmers through field trips or virtual chats, helping them learn where their food comes from. By weaving these activities into everyday learning, Farm to ECE makes nutrition, science, and environmental awareness fun and engaging for preschoolers. Now that we've covered that, let's move on to the North Carolina Farm to ECE Connections Map. This map is a tool that helps childcare providers find local food vendors, making it easier to serve fresh, healthy foods. The map lists childcare sites and food vendors by county and provides helpful details like contact information, foods offered by season, farming practices, payment options. This map provides more than just resources for food transactions, it also provides community connections. The community connection icons are shown under each listing. By looking for these icons, you can quickly find out which farmers want to host field trips, join educational events, or provide fruit and vegetable boxes for your center's families. These types of connections can build relationships that last generations. This is the home screen of the map. You can find it under the Resources tab on the Community and Clinical Connections for Prevention and Health Branch website, at the web address shown on the bottom of the screen, or by scanning the QR code on the screen. Here are some key features of the home screen. A translation button lets you switch the page to Spanish. You'll need to activate the button on each page as you go. Registration buttons allow childcare providers and local food vendors, such as farmers markets, food hubs, and local food distributors, to sign up and be included on the map. This helps keep the map up to date and relevant. A removal button makes it easy to request removal if an organization no longer wants to be listed. Organizations can update their information anytime if you need to change contact details, update commonly ordered products, license capacity, or meals served per month. Simply click the registration button and choose Updating an Existing Registration. Using the map is simple. You will just click on your county, and the local food vendor listings will show up below the map on the left-hand column. Local food vendors are listed in every county they serve, while childcare sites appear only in their physical location. Let's take a closer look at the listings. Here is an example of a childcare site listing. Looking at this example listing can help you feel more familiar with the process and understand why sharing this information matters. As you can see, the location and service area are provided. Some sites may choose not to list their exact address. However, providing their county is required. This information will help the local food vendor know if you are in their delivery range. Below that section, you will find the contact information for the childcare site. This includes key details such as the name, phone number, and email address of the primary contact person. Having this information makes it easier for the food vendors to reach out, ask questions, and explore potential partnerships. This helps encourage collaboration and helps build strong, direct relationships between local food systems and early education programs. As you have staff changes, please be sure to update your listing to provide the correct contact information so that your site does not miss out on communications. Next, you'll find the license capacity and the estimated number of meals served per month for each childcare site. This shows a food vendor how much food you may want to order, helping them assess whether they can meet those requirements. By understanding the number of meals prepared per month, farmers can determine if their production capacity meets your site's needs, ensuring a mutually beneficial partnership. This transparency supports more efficient planning and fosters stronger connections between local food producers and early care providers. The next section identifies whether the site participates in the Child and Adult Care Food Program, also known as CACFP. CACFP providers are required to receive itemized receipts for their purchases. If food vendors are unable to provide itemized receipts electronically, they can use the QR code provided here to download a blank receipt template. This template allows them to manually record itemized purchases, ensuring compliance with program requirements. The next section shows the frequently ordered products, which could include fruits and vegetables, chicken, eggs, meat alternatives, and dairy or dairy alternative products. This will let the food vendors know what foods you might be interested in ordering. Finally, you'll see the community connection icons, which highlight additional opportunities for collaboration. These icons indicate whether a childcare site is seeking farms for field trips, looking to partner with a farmer for educational events, or interested in vendors offering produce boxes to their center's families. Additionally, if a childcare site already has an established Farm to ECE program, it will be marked with a star icon, making it easy to identify sites actively engaged in farm to preschool initiatives. If your site does not have a Farm to ECE program, some farmers might be interested in helping you develop one. It never hurts to ask. This is an example of a local food vendor listing. Vendors on this map can include farmers, farmers markets, food hubs, and local food distributors. Just like the childcare site listings, these include key details such as location, service area, and contact information. The location shows where the vendor is based, while the service area lists the counties they serve, helping you see if their food is available near you. Contact details, including phone numbers and emails, make it easy for you to reach out for more information, place an order, or explore partnerships. Next, the listing provides delivery and payment details, including whether the vendor accepts SNAP EBT. This is especially important for vendors offering produce boxes to families, as it allows your families to use SNAP benefits to buy fresh, local food. A star icon indicates if the vendor provides itemized receipts, which are necessary for CACFP providers to meet program requirements. The listing also highlights the vendor's seasonal produce and other food products, such as eggs, meat or meat alternatives, and dairy or dairy alternatives. This helps childcare sites plan their meals based on what's available throughout the year. Another important section covers the vendor's farming and production practices. This is useful for childcare providers who prioritize things like organic foods, conservation, or high animal welfare standards. A link is included for more details on each practice, helping providers make informed choices that align with their values. Lastly, the listing displays the community connection icons, showing if the vendor is open to field trips, willing to offer produce boxes to your center's families, or open to participating in educational events at your site. Vendors can also share if they are part of a farmer's market, have a farm stand, or offer CSA boxes. Now let's take a closer look at the resource tabs, which are shown to the left in blue. The first tab you'll notice is the Farm to ECE Connections Map. This tab will always direct you back to the map. The second tab, What is Farm to ECE, explains the main parts of a Farm to ECE program, like buying local food, garden-based learning, nutrition education, and community partnerships. These efforts are strengthened by parent and community involvement, staff training, wellness policies, and regular communication with families. Many childcare sites are already doing Farm to ECE activities without realizing it. They might serve local foods, introduce gardening, or work with local farms for learning experiences. However, without recognizing these efforts as part of Farm to ECE, they may miss out on valuable resources and support. By understanding and identifying these activities, childcare providers can expand their impact and access tools to grow their Farm to ECE programs. Additionally, under this tab, you'll find a selection of insightful videos featuring testimonials from childcare sites that are actively engaged in Farm to ECE programs. These videos provide firsthand accounts of how these programs are implemented, the benefits they bring to both children and educators, and the positive impact on the community. They offer valuable inspiration and real-world examples for others looking to start or strengthen their own Farm to ECE initiatives. The Farm to Preschool Network tab shares important information about joining the Farm to Preschool Network, following on Facebook, signing up for the monthly newsletter, and subscribing to the network's YouTube channel. The ECE Resource tab is filled with helpful materials to support Farm to ECE activities. Here, you'll find lesson plans, teaching tools, and classroom books, along with toolkits to help bring Farm to ECE to life. The tab also includes resources on local food, gardening for outdoor learning, and building connections with local farms. These materials are designed to help educators enhance their programs and create meaningful farm to preschool experiences. One helpful resource for ordering local foods is the NC Fresh Produce Purchasing and Prep Guides from the Center for Environmental Farming Systems. You can find it under the Local Food-Related Resources tab or by scanning this QR code. This guide helps estimate how many pounds of fruits and vegetables you need based on the number of servings. The CACFP tab explains how the Child and Adult Care Food Program can support farm to ECE efforts, including buying local food, gardening, and nutrition education. If you're not yet a CACFP provider, this section also includes links to learn more about the program and how to apply, making it easier to get involved and take advantage of this valuable resource. Since we mentioned CACFP, let's take a closer look at the Child and Adult Care Food Program. The Child and Adult Care Food Program is a federally funded program that helps childcare providers serve healthy meals and snacks to children in their care. The program reimburses childcare centers, family childcare homes, Head Start programs, after-school programs, and emergency shelters for providing nutritious, balanced meals that meet federal nutrition guidelines. By participating in CACFP, childcare providers can save money on food costs through meal reimbursements, ensure children receive healthy meals that support growth and development, and encourage lifelong healthy eating habits through exposure to nutritious foods. CACFP also supports farm to ECE efforts by allowing providers to use funds to purchase locally grown fruits, vegetables, dairy, grains, and proteins. This helps connect children to fresh local food while supporting farmers in the community. Additionally, providers can use CACFP funds to support garden-based learning and nutrition education activities. If you're not yet enrolled, you can check eligibility, learn more, and apply through your state's CACFP agency. This program is a great way to boost meal quality, reduce costs, and promote healthy eating in your childcare setting. The map is a tool that lets childcare providers and local food vendors connect on their own schedule. However, we know that both farmers and childcare providers are often very busy. To help make these connections easier, we offer a monthly newsletter called Harvest of the Month. This newsletter goes to all organizations registered on the map and includes helpful resources like classroom materials, recipes, books, and gardening tips for childcare providers. The Making Connections section lists the food vendors on the map who are offering that month's harvest, along with their contact details organized by county, so childcare providers can easily reach out and place orders. Here are 10 reasons to register on the North Carolina Farm to ECE Connections Map. Improve child nutrition. Help children eat healthier with fresh local food. Increased visibility. Make your program easier to find for food vendors and community partners. Support for farm to ECE initiatives. Get access to resources like curricula, gardening tools, and funding. Support local farmers and the regional food system. Networking opportunities. Connect with other childcare providers, farms, and organizations. Educational and community engagement. Give kids hands-on learning experiences about food and farming. The Harvest of the Month newsletter. This monthly newsletter provides connections and helpful resources. Environmental awareness. Teach children about sustainability and where food comes from. Enhancing program impact. Improve child health and build stronger communities. Community building. Form meaningful partnerships between farmers, educators, and families. If you haven't registered yet, scan the QR code and complete the form. New listings are added once a month. Once registered, explore the map and start connecting with local food vendors to bring fresh, local food to your program. Thank you for learning about the North Carolina Farm to ECE Connections Map. We hope this tool helps you bring fresh, healthy food to your program and build strong community connections.